requires that the National Treasury shall be set up by an Act of Parliament, or an Act of Parliament shall provide for the National Treasury. To underscore that, if you go to Article 152, 1D, it clearly says that we shall have not fewer than 14 cabinet secretaries and not more than 22 cabinet secretaries. Not less than 14 and not more than 22. Much later on, in 225, is when the National Treasury is being set up. There's nowhere it was anticipated that the National Treasury would be part of the national government. That it will be headed by a cabinet secretary and a minister, and a cabinet secretary and a principal secretary appointed by the president and who serve at the pleasure of the president, who have no security of tenure. And you have heard the president say that, I have given counties money. How? Whose money can he give to counties? He can't give counties money. We must get the institution right. We must create an independent treasury as anticipated and have an independent treasurer, a professional who has security of tenure, who is competitively recruited, he can't be fired, and that man will ensure that the law is dealt with. We shall stop lamenting about the late disbursement of funds to county governments. Even the corruption we are talking about, we also need a similar institution at the county government. We must take the money away from the governor. The idea of having an imperial governor at the county and an imperial president at the national level is what we should be fighting in this house. We must ensure the separation of powers. The executive power should remain with the president, but the power of the purse should go back to parliament and be vested in three institutions. That's parliament itself, which does the budget, the control of budget, who oversees the budget, and the national treasurer, who then disburses funds in a professional manner, not according to political whims. The same structure should be there at the county government. We must slay the imperial governor, take money away from the governor and invest it in an independent county treasurer who cannot be fired by the governor, who is competitively recruited, and who serves the public, not an individual. That way we shall protect money. That particular person will be able to ensure that there are no pending bills. Because pending bills are unconstitutional. They should not be there. And pending bills are not a public debt. That's something we should also clarify. Article 214 of the Constitution is very clear on what constitutes a public debt. And that article gives it very clearly that public debt is a charge on the consolidated fund, but an act of parliament shall provide for charging all that. Now, part 2 of 214 clearly defines what a public debt is. For the purpose of this article, the public debt means all financial obligations attendant to loans raised or guaranteed and securities issued or guaranteed by the national government. That alone says that a county government has got no capacity to incur a public debt. So a pending bill cannot be a public debt, and that's why I want to depart with the motion that we passed in this House that was saying that pending bills should be the first charge on the county revenue fund. They are not public debts, because the public debt is clearly defined in the Constitution. And I agree with the control of budget for not agreeing with the motion we passed in this House, because that motion was unconstitutional, null and void. The motion saying that we should, the motion, Honorable